Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into something pretty cool, a smart way to get your savings to work a whole lot harder for you. We're talking about the Al-Ameen Islamic Cash Fund. We'll break down what it is, how it aims to get you better ethical returns, and why it's become such a go-to choice for savers across Pakistan.
So, let me ask you a question. You work hard for your money, right? Of course you do. But is your money working hard for you? For so many of us, our hard-earned savings just sit there in a bank account, maybe earning a tiny bit, but mostly just losing its power to inflation. But what if there was a better way?
Well, that's exactly where a smarter approach to your money comes in. Instead of just letting it lie dormant, you can put it to work with modern, accessible solutions, like the Al-Ameen Islamic Cash Fund. So, what on earth is it? The easiest way to picture it is like this. It's a giant digital savings pot that you share with thousands of other investors. Its main job as a low-risk mutual fund is to keep your money safe. And, this is super important, it's fully Sharia compliant. That means every single investment is ethically screened and, crucially, is completely free from interest, or Riba. Let's just quickly run through the main perks here. First off, it's low risk. The number one goal is to protect your original investment. Second, as we said, it's Sharia compliant, so you've got that ethical peace of mind. Third, it's what we call highly liquid. That's just a fancy way of saying you can get your cash out quickly when you need it. Perfect for an emergency fund. And finally, the big one, it's built to give you much better returns than you'd typically see from a regular savings account. Okay, that all sounds pretty good, but how does it actually work? How does it make your money grow? Let's pull back the curtain and take a look behind the scenes. You'll see it's actually way simpler than you might think. Here's how the cycle works. First, you put your money in return, you buy units, which are basically tiny little pieces of the fund. Now, your money gets pooled together with everyone else's into one big pot. Then, a professional fund manager takes that big pot and invests it in a bunch of different safe, pre-approved assets. And as those assets earn a profit, the value of your little units goes up. And that, right there, is how your savings grow. And this is where you'll hear a term called NAV, which stands for net asset value. All this is the price tag on one single unit of the fund. And that price gets updated every single day. So as the fund's investments make money, you see that NAV tick upwards, day by day. It's like a daily report card for how your money is doing. So where is that big pot of money actually being invested? You can see right here, a huge chunk, 60%, is in super stable deposits with highly rated Islamic banks. Another 25% is in government-backed instruments called sukuk, which are kind of like Islamic bonds. This super conservative mix is precisely why the fund is considered so low risk. And to make sure everything is absolutely by the book, the fund has a whole team of Sharia advisors who oversee everything. That, plus its really strong AA++ credit rating, gives you this double-layered peace of mind that your money is not only in stable hands, but is also being managed ethically. All right, let's get to the part I know you're waiting for, the results. After all that, what kind of actual growth are we talking about? Let's look at the numbers. So, check this out. Here's the headline number. As of October 2025, the fund had delivered an 11.03% return, annualized over the past year. That is a seriously strong number, and it really shows you what this fund can do for your savings. Now, let's put that 11% into context. Your average savings account in a bank, that might get you something closer to 7%. That gap might not seem huge at first, but over time, that's the difference between your money just treading water and your money actually getting a workout. But here's where the real magic happens. It's all about how that growth picks up speed over time. The fund uses the power of compounding. The best way to think about it is like a snowball rolling downhill. The profits you earn start earning their own profits, and that little snowball of savings starts to get bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's make it real with an example. If you invested 100,000 rupees, you can see how it could grow to over 161,000 in just 5 years, assuming a steady return. And notice how the jumps get bigger in the later years? That is compounding in action, and it is the most powerful force in growing your wealth. Okay, but no investment talk is complete without getting into the fine print, right? It's super important to be informed, so let's quickly cover the necessary details, the risks, the fees, and the taxes, so you've got the full 360-degree view. So, Any profit you make is, of course, subject to tax. It's pretty straightforward. For tax filers in Pakistan, it's 15%, and for non-filers, it's 30%. Simple as that. And it's also important to remember that zakat may apply to your investment as well. Now, what about the risks and fees? First, the risk. The main thing to know is that it's low. The fund's value can move up and down a little, and as with any investment, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. And on the fee side, it's really transparent. There are 0 fees for putting money in or taking it out. The only fee is a small annual management fee up to 1.25% that pays the pros who are managing the fund for you.
So you've heard all this, and you might be thinking, okay, this sounds interesting. How do I actually get started? Well, the best news is that it's unbelievably easy and fast. Let's walk through your action plan.
If you happen to use the UBL digital app, you can literally do this in less than 5 minutes. You just log in, tap over to Fund Investment, open a free e-account, which gets approved instantly, pick the Al-Ameen Islamic cash fund from the list, decide how much to put in, and hit confirm. That's it. It's designed to be totally painless. And maybe the best part, the thing that makes this so accessible, you can start with just 500 rupees. That's it. This isn't some exclusive thing for the wealthy. It's designed to make smart, ethical saving and investing available to absolutely everyone, no matter how small you start.
So we've come full circle. Your money has so much potential just sitting there waiting for you. The only real question left is, are you ready to unlock it?